Today I'm going to talk to you about our most recent sale and tell you kind of how the process went. Jason took the lead on it, so I'm going to go ahead and interview him.
Hey guys, it's the Madrona Group real estate team.
So Jason, tell me about this couple that you helped.
Well, they were a referral from a industry professional, and so right off the bat there's a little bit of pressure.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
You want to make sure you get them into a deal, and a good deal.
Yeah.
But they're a young couple, newly married, first-time home buyers, currently living in a motor home.
Oh wow. Were they looking for another mobile home, or were they looking for a home? What were their needs?
Yeah, so they wanted to buy their first home, and they have 2 dogs. So they wanted a nice big yard, and they wanted to be out in Snohomish, and they wanted a couple bedrooms, you know.
Wow, that sounds like it's pretty competitive out there. What was their price point that they were looking at?
Well, so they were pre-approved at $350,000 or less.
Oh. Were you finding a lot of properties that met those needs?
No, there just was a couple of properties that would pop up, and most of them didn't even fit into what we were looking for.
So did you find something that fit into all their needs?
We did, and we actually found 2 homes.
Oh, okay, great.
And the first one we made an offer on. It had been on the market for about 3 days, and we came in and offered a full price and asked for some concessions. And that one unfortunately didn't pass the home inspection for us.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
So what were these buyers? Were they cash buyers? Were they working with some down payment? I mean, that's a really competitive market to be in.
Yeah. So they were FHA zero down buyers, and not only were they zero down, but they didn't have any money for closing costs, and they only had about $1,000 for inspection and earnest money.
So you have a first-time home buyer that's referred to you from an industry professional.
Yeah.
So somebody that actually has high standards of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And they come to you with no down in the most competitive price range out there.
Yeah.
With some significant needs for their family, their dogs. So
right.
That must have seemed pretty challenging.
It did. Honestly, when we took them on, and I know you're interviewing me, Joe, but we talk about stuff. Everything we do is together. But when we when we took them on, we were kind of like, oh wow, you know, this one seemed a little bit impossible.
Yeah. What'd you do? How'd you make that happen?
Well, you know, so the second house we went to look at is actually the very first house that we looked at.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and what was kind of cool about it is that this house was, it had a monkey tree. You know, everybody know what a monkey tree is? Yeah. And it was, the monkey tree was underneath this giant cedar. It was very oddly placed, you remember?
Yeah.
And as soon as they saw it, they were like, oh wow, we'd really hoped our first house would have a monkey tree in it. You know, and so I was like, first house has this monkey tree oddly placed. I'm like, wow, it's almost like you guys are destined for this house. But they decided not to go for it that day, and it had been on the market quite a long time, about 146 days at that point. We come back to this original one that had sold.
Oh,
right. It went pending, but it came back on market, and they said, hey, maybe we should go look at that one again.
Oh, okay. Why did it come back to market?
So the buyer was a VA buyer, and it did not pass their appraisal. We put an offer in contingent on a brand new roof being put on, a 30-year roof, the siding being completed, the crawl space being redone. That was another thing that popped up, and asked for all of our closing costs.
You mean they were able to get in with $1,000 earnest money on a house that was getting pulled off the market that had all those problems, and we were able to cross all those things off and still get the buyers in the home?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. So if you're thinking, you know, I have no money, I need to buy a house, but I'm getting outpriced, there's no deals left, that's just not the case. Jason and I are both here to tell you if homeownership is a dream of yours, we will work hard to make that happen for you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.